you drug us. Say hi to your people. Look, you got your camera sideways. You're being all right.
I'll rotate it in the edit.
So, where have you drug us out to?
We're in Bowling Green, Ohio at the HCEA equipment show.
I'm glad you got that right, because I've tried that like 3 times to say.
I was running it over this morning in the mirror.
So you put a lot more effort into your stuff than I do.
Yeah, not really.
Either way, check it out, man. We got all kinds of awesome stuff to check out. We went through our training this morning. We got to show off our official operator buttons.
Look at that. We's the operator now.
The Diesel Creek hat looks good. So, Frank's around here somewhere. Which direction are we going first?
I don't know. I guess we go walk through the mud before it gets any muddier.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Here's one you don't see very much. Well, they say it's a Laterno D carry-all pull scraper. I think these were for behind like a D6. Not a real big pan, but that's what you had back in the day. All cable operated, no hydraulics. Specs right on it.
That's pretty impressive right there.
Yeah, that is a nice little setup right there.
That's all turbo too. That's gotta be a Detroit. That's hydraulic.
Yeah. Look at this little guy. This thing is nice.
Thing I've seen.
Yeah, these are the best built mini dozers that I've ever been around. I believe this is a scat track. I believe I'm right about that, but somebody will correct me in the contest. Oh, who's got? I don't know. This is unique. Mead Mighty Mouse. Very interesting.
I mean, I'm gonna have to steal the question. This is a toy, right?
It moves some dirt.
Why do I want this thing?
Because it's awesome. I don't want to get my kid a Power Wheels. I want to get him something like this. So this show isn't nearly, well, I wouldn't say nearly, but this one isn't as big as the National Pike Show that I cover all the time on the channel. But they do have some very interesting stuff here that you don't see at the National Pike Show. This thing here, if you want to pause the video and read that whole thing, you can. But that's just a neat looking machine there. Look at that undercarriage on that thing. Reminds me of a locomotive.
Yeah.
It's got a hit and miss engine on it. Or I guess that's, no, that's hit and miss. Got a spark plug. Got like a big heat exchanger going on up here though. Never seen anything quite like this.
So this was a prototype, it was never sold.
Another very neat little piece here. Ah, look at this little guy. So somebody sent me some pictures of one of these things up in Michigan, I think it is. I really want to go get it. This thing is neat. It's a mini cable pan used by the military, I guess. You got a pretty interesting operation going on here. They got a link belt clamshell loading a cone crusher here in this conveyor thing, feeding it up into the Euclid. That's an Alice Chalmers cone crusher. Pretty neat. Oh, those are really cool stuff. I've never seen a trencher like this. Oh, I bet you.
I'm guessing this is a non-runner.
Yeah, I think that's going to need a little bit of love.
Well, there's your problem. It's got a stuck valve.
Very unique trencher. I've never seen one quite like it.
Well, I think these trenches are built strictly for utility work.
It looks like it could plunge just about straight down. And that's a unique little side boom there. Interesting.
Put a stone in there if you want balance.
So actually, after walking around here, they're calling this a trencher backfiller, but it's not a side boom. It's actually got like a bucket setup on it for pulling grades. Very interesting. Never seen anything quite like this either. Looks like we got a Russell steam engine over here too, gonna get fired up. Steam tractor.
I told you I was going to drag my dozer up here.
Yeah, I know a guy that has one that looks real similar to this.
That just got their own name on it. It's so funny.
I know a guy that's got one real similar, just doesn't ever do nothing with it.
One of these days, man.
Sitting around for 6 months.
I know a guy that also has a lot of projects that don't get to them all.
I do. I chip away slowly. You haven't done nothing. Look at this.
Inside, that's worth something.
Yeah.
This is a nice one. It's pretty clean.
Not too bad at all. Missing the pony though. Here's a very unique shovel.
This was back before tracks were cool.
Yeah. I'm guessing World War II era. Oh, it's a Bantam. We just drug one of those home. Track's a little boogered up on this side. Very interesting. HD 19. I don't think I've ever seen an HD 19. Got a 671 Screaming Jimmy in her. I bet you she'll push. Pretty nice undercarriage on it. Real nice undercarriage on it. Chain's got some wear, but not too bad. Sprockets are great. Very interesting Garwood cable control unit here. I don't know that I've ever seen one quite like that. I'd like to run this thing. It's a nice old machine. Well, there's just a whole lot to see here. I can clearly tell that I could spend a week here. That looks like a Bucyrus Erie crawler drill rig over there. Got a SRAM compressor tractor here. I think they call these a Numa tractor. Very neat. So a while back on the channel we covered over, I have a SRAM Numa Power air compressor that I found and revived. Very neat. 125 cm. Very cool. This is a unit 1020 over here, I believe. I have one of these sitting at the house. This one's set up in a hoe configuration. Mine's the dragline. It looks bigger here at their grounds for some reason. This one's got a 353 Detroit in it. I wish mine had the Detroit. Look at this. We got Christine's orange cousin here. I believe this is the slightly older one. one's a 54, mine's a 64. Very nice.
This thing's got competition, buddy.
Yeah. That one's got the Scarifier. I wish I had the Scarifier. That one seems like it runs a lot smoother than mine for some reason.
I wasn't going to say anything, man. I was going to let that go.
Well, that's got a much smaller carburetor on it, see? Mine overfuels bad.
It's got the same downdraft setup, though.
Yeah. They all rotted out. Looks pretty nice. Got the glass in there too. Beautiful Manitowoc 3500 up there. That thing's really nice. That 3500 is a pretty good sized piece there. What do you think that is? 60, 70 foot of stick?
I'd say a bit of it. That's 2 yard bucket or better, ain't it?
Yeah, I'd say. Big machine. We got a Caterpillar diesel Jenny here powering this Marion electric shovel. That's pretty neat. See that motor spinning up in there? That's a neat one. Nice and quiet. This is EV before it was cool. EV backed by Caterpillar diesel.
This is a short clip of reality, though.
Yeah. That's the reality right there.
Now, here and nowadays, there's a much more distance between the two.
Yeah, and demonetized. Machine.
You're a bad influence. I go to Florida with Let's Dig and I come back with a haul truck, then I come to visit you and now I gotta have a drag line.
Yeah, everybody needs a drag line or two.
I don't think that's how the world works, but I'm not gonna argue with you.
So this thing right here is really cool. This belongs to buddy George that's always up at the Brownsville show as well. This is a Lorain TL25, just like I have, but mine's set up in a hoe configuration. This one here has a scoop on it, which is really wild. I don't know what all these were really supposed to do, but I have pictures in my manual that show this thing actually working underground on a face.
That was gonna be my guess.
And loading Euclid trucks underground with this thing. So this is really cool. This actually telescopes outwards and scoops into the pile. And then originally I believe this had a cable trip bucket on it, but they converted it to hydraulics somewhere along the line. And it's a really neat machine. And supposedly, to the best of everyone's knowledge, it's the only one left in existence. Oh, that scraper sounds good. Anyway, I'm sure George is going to run this thing a bunch, so we're trying to get some video of him doing that later. Beauty. That's a really nice setup there. It's amazing to me that it has that much power to shove in like that. Wow. That is really cool. Very cool machine. Look at this, guys. We got us another big chicken right here. A lot of people in the last video about the Bantam dragline were asking why I kept calling it the big chicken. Well, if and you don't know, a Bantam is a type of rooster. So there you go. That's why I call it the big chicken. This one is painted up pretty darn nice. Very good looking machine. I believe it's the same counterweight as my machine. And maybe even a C350 set up a little bit differently. This one's obviously a hoe, not a dragline, but very well done. Mr. Mike's about to have himself thrust into a new world here. Listen to the music. Something you guys have had for a while then?
No, we just picked this one up this year.
cutting slopes in no time, folks. Look at this thing. It's an Alice Chalmers D model grader with a loader on the back of it. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
You need a rubberneck to run that thing.
Man, you'd have some serious neck strain if you ran that thing all day. And a scarifier. Wow, this thing's hooked up. Got about $14,000 worth of hydraulic lines on it.
Somebody did a good job though.
They did a real good job on it. This thing's nice. Very good finish on it. Got a good data plate down here and stuff still. Needs a little grease on the turntable, but very nice machine. Beautiful 631B cat scraper. That thing sounds mean.
Well, a 31 is a 31-yard machine, right?
Yeah, that's a big bowl. Is that what Jay Pater runs? I don't remember what he runs.
I thought he has the 37, they're double A.
That sounds right, yep.
It's hard to put into perspective on film the size of this equipment.
Yeah, that's a big scraper. Here's that Russell steam tractor we saw earlier. They got it literally fired up and running now. You can't tell because everything else is so loud, but this thing is sitting here silently doing everything. Just a little chug going on. Nice little HD6 with a hydraulic scraper behind it. Not too many of those left in the world. This guy here ain't afraid to get after it. He's moving and grooving. reckon that tank's for on the hood? I guess the extra hydraulic capacity, probably.
I'll give my guess.
This is a beautiful piece. It is a 60. This is a very, very early Caterpillar, highly sought after. That's an awesome machine right there. Look at the evolution between that and that. I've never seen anything like that. Gator tracks, John Deere Gator tracks. Look at that sign up on the wall. Man, that thing's awesome. Man, have they got some really awesome stuff here. Holy crap, look at this thing.
Batch paver.
Yeah. Co-ring batch plant. That is very neat. Oh, look at all the signs on the wall. Oh man.
I'm guessing that's a one of one.
It's probably the only one left in the world. Who knows how many they made, but I bet you it's the only one left in the world. kind of truck is this? Got some monster tires on it. It's an old Sterling. This is a cool Sterling. If you told me the Sterling trucks were cool, I would say you're wrong until I saw this one. This is a cool Sterling.
This would be another one of one.
Yeah. What is it?
It's not an engine, it's artwork.
It's gas burner, ain't it? I believe that's the carburetor
Yep,
up top.
Carburetor up top.
This is a big truck to have a gas engine in. This is not miles per gallon. This is gallons per mile. So it's a 1946 10-ton tandem Sterling. And I've never seen anything like it. I believe this is, yeah, World War I. Yep, right on the side of it. 5-ton Holt tractor.
We've learned today we should probably read
Yeah,
before we start talking.
we start looking at things and get to guessing what they are, and then by the time we spend 20 minutes deducing what it is, we read the plaque.
Hey,
and
we are accurate more times.
yeah,
than
we
not.
have been pretty accurate at it. Very, very neat piece here again. Something you don't see every day. Imagine being in a hail of gunfire and getting told to pilot this thing into enemy lines or something. Another Galion. I don't know the model of that guy. I feel like that's like a 128 or something like that. I'm just spitballing here. Now that is a tire.
Not much to add to that. That's a tire.
That is a big old tire, and I think it's gonna end up belonging to this truck over here that I don't know. This is a Terex Titan haul truck. I think it's one of like 4 that were ever produced. And they're reassembling it here today. They brought this thing across the country, and many tractor trailer loads it took to haul it. They got these 2 cranes here today. I believe they're gonna set the bed back on, and I don't know if they're really gonna get this truck operational or if it's just gonna be a static display, but they're putting it all back together. That's a big haul truck. There's a guy sitting there over on the headache rack on the bed for reference. That's the bed going on the truck. They had to cut it in half lengthwise so that they could haul it down the highway. That put Bubba Dump to shame, huh?
I think it fit the bed.
You probably fit 2 of Bubba Dumps in the bed. Look at the intake hose. Wow. Now that's a truck. That more looks more like a mulch blower. So if and you don't know, this is a hit and miss engine. And what this would do was they would connect rods up to this thing up here, and it would be pushing and pulling, and it would work oil well pumps back in the day, and they could run however many rods off of that thing as they had. too much cut.
Operator error.
Look at that. I even managed to sneak old Christine up here to the show. Looky what we got here. 2 Galion 503s. This, of course, is my Galion 503, dubbed Christine. She got an oil bath thanks to a turbo debacle on the way up here. This is the Association's 503. And they have done a very good job restoring this thing. It's very nice. But there are definitely some differences. This is a 1954. Mine is a 1964. Still a fully hydraulic machine. They do have the scarifier on it, which I would love to have. That's for ripping up the ground, making it easier to cut with the blade. Their mold board and cutting edge are much nicer than mine. I really need to replace mine. It's worn down quite a bit, as you can tell looking from there to there. The nose on mine is a little different. I don't know if that's a factory pull spot or not. It looks factory to me. It's well done if it's not. Galion badge in the front still. Theirs does not have the Galion badge. I can't see any signs that there ever was one here, but there could have been. What else is different between these two? Different engine altogether. I'm not sure what type of engine this is. Mine has an International BD 220 engine in it, and this has a Zenith carburetor on it. Mine has a Holly, which I believe came off like an International truck, because I don't have the correct manifold on mine. I'm sure they always rotted out, and people replaced them with a downdraft versus an updraft. They have the real Herculite glass, so they have the original glass. Well, I don't know if it's original, but they have the right kind of glass in this thing. This looks like the hydraulic tank in the cab here with you, which I'm sure made things extra spicy in here in the summertime when you've got hot hydraulic fluid plus everything else going on in here. They got the throttle rigged up on the left-hand side, which is different from mine. Mine's over on the right. Very nice steering wheel that they have in here. That's very nice. I'd like to talk to somebody and see about getting mine redone like that. Looks like they might be running on factory lines still. As you guys know that follow the channel, I redid all of my steel lines myself. I've been up all nice new stainless lines for mine. I'm very happy with how that all turned out. They're still running off of factory bends here, and it looks like they took a hit at one point and kind of pinched off the flow there, but they're not leaking. All in all, a very nice straight machine. But I think I still like old Christine better. She still needs a little bit of love, but by God, I'm prepared to give it to her. Well, we missed them putting the bed on, but yeah, wow, that's a good word to describe this thing. With the bed on, it looks even bigger, if that's possible. I've been around plenty of cat 777s, and you could probably park a 777 in the bed of this thing. That is a big machine. Now they have it cribbed up, granted, but I bet you that's probably 12 foot in the air. Yeah, that's 12 foot up to the bottom of the bed here. Wowzers. That's insane. use the blade to hold you. Good. Well, with old Christine tucked back up in the shed here, that wraps up this video. I just thought you guys would like to tag along and see some of the neat stuff up there at the HCEA show. I had a great time up there, got to meet some great people, a lot of subscribers coming out and saying hi. That was awesome to get some more people out there to the show and get involved in this saving old heavy equipment. That's my passion project. Glad to see some of you guys out there getting involved with this stuff. With that being said, if you want to help out, hit that thumbs up button down below the video there. It really helps out the channel. If you're not already, be sure you're hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And if you want to help support the channel, head on over to dieselcreek.com. Where's the patch? There it is. If you want to get some sweet merch, there's plenty of it over at the website. We're going to be releasing fall merch very, very, very soon here. So stay tuned for that, dieselcreek.com. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.